Welcome to another success thought of the day. Today's quote comes from yours truly, and it's a real simple one. And I quote, "Decide and start," end quote. I told you it will be simple. It's actually a repeat of one I published a graphic for about 2 years ago or so, but it's one I feel really strongly about. I mean, so strongly that I had t-shirts made for it. Okay. So that gives you a sense of what I mean about how strongly I feel about it. The reason is because there's so many contributions to the world, potential contributions that could be game changing, that are sitting in the safe laboratory of our minds in a pause state or mental gymnastics state. So there are two things really. Again, decide and start. Decide to believe in the enormity and substantive nature of the purpose that you've been purposed to do. Two, decide to accept yourself and believe in the unique gifts and talents that you've been given. They sound simple, but they're meaningful. And then start to put things into motion. One of the biggest challenges of that safe laboratory is the safety in it, that we can do mental gymnastics over and over and over again. We all have our tendencies. I know I have mine. I'll share an example. I love to work on strategy and I love to get things executed and get them done. However, in the middle, I can take a lot of time sometimes going through the 5 W's, the what, the why, the who, the when, the where, and oh my gosh, the how as well. Spending time, I want to understand the how to the nth degree. About 2 years ago, maybe 18 months ago, I went through a really great exercise with a number of men, and we journeyed together for about 6 to 9 months. And during that exercise, outside of doing personality type tests and things such as that and pulling some things together, we were asked to go get some feedback for some people we know, like, and trust. One person I asked, I had worked with, a really good friend of mine, 15, 20 years. And during that time, we've worked side by side. I've known him for 15 to 20 years, but we've worked side by side for a number of years in different capacities. And one of the things they said to me without my prompting at all is, you can spend unnecessary time in some of these spaces when I've seen you create strategy well, lead teams well, execute well. And quite frankly, while you want all the information, 90+% of the information, you can do it with 70%. Get the 70, 80% and then go, because I've seen you do it before. And so I pass that on to you as words of advice as well. Get out of the laboratory. Again, decide to believe in the enormity and the significance of the purpose that you've been purposed to do. Decide to accept yourself in full, along with the gifts and unique talents that you've been given, and then start to put things into motion. Lastly, as an ad, do not succumb to the thought that resources are the thing holding you back. In today's world, resources cannot be the thing that holds you back. If you have a brilliant idea, something, again, a product or service only does one thing: solves people's problems. If you have a product or service that you've been working on in your mind to help solve problems for people, if you don't have the initial investment money, do some creative things, right? Use social media to begin sharing that idea with some folks. Build a tribe in a safe way, of course, right? But then use that tribe to pull together the money required to do your initial launch of your product and service, right? And along the way, you'll be surprised about how many people you'll meet that need it, but then they also want to co-journey with you, maybe labor with you, and invest in you to get that done. So decide and start. As always, thanks for joining. Have a great day.